Right, we're looking at the movie from Chester, which is taken. Date says 17th, so it's like it was just last night at 12 minutes past 11. There's a strange sound at the beginning. That sounds almost like electrical. Let's just get rid of that. That's the sound there. We'll just watch the movie again. I'm keeping an eye on this counter for the second, just to see if it is the camera. It doesn't. It's got no mechanical moving parts, so it doesn't affect the counter. It's not as if it's like electronic blip. No, it doesn't seem to affect it. Let's get rid of that. That's low speed hum. Covering quite a range of frequency. Let's just loop it for a second. It's coming as like an infrasound, because this is the bottom scale is 50 Hz, 100 Hz and so on. The bit before is 0 Hz here, up to 50. And it's well under 0 Hz, so it's unquestionably some form of infrasound. We can hear it. Had it just been, say, 0 to 20, we wouldn't hear it. It's because this bit here, because if I change the actual the pitch, you see how it's got a lot. That's strange. It's almost turned into like a vocal. Let's go the opposite way. What I'm actually doing with this, let me just stop it so you can hear me. I'll put this back to 0, how it was before. I'm changing the pitch. What actually happens with that? One of the byproducts of pitch change, it moves the frequency. So it is a raw example. If it's 50 Hz, you can shift it to 60 Hz. I can shift it to 40 Hz, and so on and so forth. So often with infrasound, where it's below 0 to 20 hertz, you're not going to hear it. Our human ears will only hear from 20 to 20,000, and as you get older, you're probably lucky to listen to anything over about 12,000 hertz. So the raw sound is this. It's incredibly loud. You can see it going right into the red, so it's right up there. Normally a volume, audio volume, would be about -33. These are decibels. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I move let's go the opposite way. Put to 13. I think it's been getting frequency, which you couldn't hear before. It shifted it. Now if we go the opposite way, it gets even stranger. So we're going to go plus 13. This here. Because it's going there, that clipping is due to the volume. I've just put too much. Yeah, it's still clipping there. We'll turn that back down. The volume is infrasound, because on that sort of volume I've never ever had audio in this workstation that's clipped. It doesn't sound loud, but it frighteningly is. That is up to, as I give you an example, let's put a library effect in, explosion. Okay, I'm going to use that. Right. Just shut that way, Ben. I'm actually going to bring in a different track, and I'll show you what I mean. So this is recording of an explosion. Okay, let's move it that way a little bit so it's roughly in line of that one. Okay, that'll do us. So I'm going to put this on standard volume, which is 0. That one's on 0. So the volume of both of them are the same. You can actually see straight away that there is space between the volume, so it's certainly not going to go into the red. And this is an actual explosion, so I'm going to solo that. Back to beginning, and you'll see how far it jumps out. In fact, what I'll do, I'll put it on average, so it'll record the average. We're up to about 27. Okay, we now come to the other one. Let's just clear that. So we can see it's about 27, it's gone up to, no more than that. Now we go to the other one, the one in question. Well, they'll put it back to the original pitch. There it is. That's incredibly high, loud. Put it back to how it was. Now it's around about 18. You see it there, 18, just after 18. Keep your eye on that number, because I'm now going to switch it back where it was before. Just fell a little bit below. Now I'm going to move it the other way. So it's almost on 18 now. Just make absolutely certain. Yeah, we're dealing with infrasound here in large quantities as well. I can't think of a rational reason why this would occur. I've dealt with hums before. Yeah, I haven't got any sound samples of them, but electrical hum is 50 Hertz. That's the magic number. You tend to get a little peak there. This, I have no idea. Excuse me. What on earth that could be. I've not encountered something like that before. So some sort of electrical, almost as if you're trying to tune a radio at wave bands, is that sort of sound that you get. Particularly the old-fashioned valve analog radios. I don't think you'll get it today with the digital stuff. So it's almost like analogy sort of sound. But when you start to shift its pitch, yeah, it's just that clip is on maximum. Can't do much with that because it doesn't sound very loud, but it's massively loud because it's going into the red here, and once you start to amplify it, it clips. So this is incredibly loud, and somehow it's got onto the microphone, and obviously then recorded. That's one of the strangest sounds I've ever heard. And it is infrasound because as you begin to move it away from infrasound into a listenable one, the actual volume, it begins to increase, which shows you coming out of infrasound, because this graphic analyzer will only start at 0. So if there's anything, for example, -5, it's not going to register it. Once I pull it and change the pitch where it moves, the frequency moves to the right, it moves into the area which you can now get a measurement from, and there's this lift in volume. That's really, really strange. It's almost as if it's had a blast of some sort of electronic energy, which is caused a massive peak in volume. And there's strange sound, and there's a little bit of byproduct, because these are reflections, so it's obviously loud enough to strike walls at the back of the room, because we are talking, this is the empty room, hitting the back wall, bouncing back. The frequency will start to degrade and change, and that's when it becomes into a listening range. Really, really strange. I'm just going to take it off loop and have a listen through the rest of it. I'm just wondering what on earth that thing is there, because that's a window. It's 35 foot up in the air, and there's like a cylinder object. We captured stuff at this window before. I just wonder if it's some sort of reflection of something. Ah. So it's here again. I'm just going to loop that. Yeah. It shouldn't be there. Just a CCTV camera. There's certainly a secondary sound there. Quite nearly 11:15 on a Friday night. We've come to the end now. Yeah, I'm going to speak to the business owner and see if we can give me an explanation of what that is there. That cylinder object. Just in keeping with this Chester case, it's another strange one that, from an audio perspective, I haven't a clue what would make that sound. More so the sheer volume of it. If you listen to that for any length of time, it's going to start affecting you. And okay, it's only like a blip of sound, so like a blast of sort of electronic energy, really. Which is utterly strange. Yeah,